Hello, let's welcome to week 4. Rolling right along here. I have to say there's some really interesting discourse communities that you all are going to be telling us all about. There's some that I've seen before, but it's always like the gym, but it's always interesting to see what other people's experiences have been like and how their particular discourse community functions. So they're always a little different. Doesn't matter if it's the same sort of basic topic. There are also some I haven't ever seen before, which is really fun for me. I kind of enjoy that a lot. So this is great. A couple of things. Oh, if you haven't got it posted yet, even though it was due I'm doing this on Thursday morning. It was due last night. Just go ahead and get it in the Google Drive as soon as you can, and I'll walk you through back how to do it again for those who are still fairly new to it. A couple of things I did want to mention. People have asked me about. One is, do you have to use the paragraph that you did for the activity in your essay? The answer is no. You can if you want to. If you think it's a good example of how your community works, that's great. If it's kind of you've thought of a better way to describe your community or to tell us about it, that's okay too. As long as you get the activity done, it's mostly to give everybody an idea or give you some practice on how to do different kinds of details. You can't see, but my cat's walking along here. So that's not necessary. And the second thing is, people said, is this a report about the community or is it sort of your personal take? And the answer is yes, both. Like the like the Perry Kloss thing about being a doctor, what you're going to be doing is using your personal experiences to tell us about your discourse community. Now, for one of the sections, I put up the 2 samples in Slack, and for the community, for the other course, I'll do it this morning because I just forgot last night when I was doing it. So those are the things that I'm looking for. Like I said, get your SFDs up in the drive as soon as possible, because what we're doing this week is we're going to be giving each other comments on our drafts. Now I don't do peer review, like classically peer review, where you go, it's like an error hunt. You're looking for the things that are wrong or the mistakes. And my cat's now going to start yelling because he wants to go out, and that's too bad. Um, so I don't look for things that are wrong. The way working writers do it is we look for the things that we really like, and we say that sort of first. And then we say, if something confuses us or something really intrigues us that we'd like to know more about, then we say those things, we make those comments. So that's how we're going to be doing this. You can also say things like, oh my gosh, it's all one paragraph. Can you just split it up? Things like that, just formatting things. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, and punctuation unless it interferes with you being able to understand what they're trying to say. That's my job. Okay, so you're just reading, instead of reading like a writer this time, you're reading like a reader. Okay, you want to be sure it's making sense to you. So read like a reader on this one when you're doing comments. So let me walk you through what we're going to be doing. Let me pull up this one and share. Okay, so again, I got 451 up just because it's on the left of my screen. No big deal. A couple things here. Obviously, this is last week. To get to the drive, there's a couple ways to get to the Google Drive. They're always in the course schedule if you want to look in the schedule. Okay, so week 4, here's the link to the drive. All right. And you go over here. Ta-da. All right. Here are all the activity pages. So that would be this one. Let's go back. And there's another way to do it, which is maybe even a little easier. Go to the unit. And here it is. Here's the link. All right. Back to discourse community. Now, for those of you who are a little confused about how to upload it, that's the path you take. You start in content. Let me go back. Go to discourse community, content, click on the link, and it will take you here, right? And when you get here, be sure this is where you'll land. So click on discourse community, and to upload a new your version or your draft, click on this big new plus new thing over here, file upload, and then go find your file wherever it is. Everything is always in here, right? For me. So, and that's it. That's all you want to do. If you want to put your name if you want to rename it with your name, that's cool too. Because when we start picking the ones that we want to look at, which we'll do between now and Sunday, you may have seen people on the Padlet, whose discourse community or their background interests you, or you just kind of got a good vibe off of them. You may want to pick theirs to look at and see what they're doing. All right, so um, that's where we start. Now, the second thing we're going to be doing to practice on that is we'll go over to, I got to find Perusal. Go over to Perusal. Just because it says unread, it doesn't mean anything. It means I just kind of cruise through. I think I said that. So what we're going to do is go down to how to write meaningful peer response, praise, and open it up. This is another one from the same bunch of essays that Reading Like a Writer came from. Same group, a different collection, but the same one. So we're going to be going down here, and it's all about students and what it's like to give feedback in the class. When we get down, there should be, I don't know why it's not here. I think it just disappeared on me. So what's going to happen is we're going to get to these practice sessions, all right, and practice this, all right. So practice session 1, you're going to be reading this, and it's going to talk about how to give one particular kind of feedback. And so do practice session 1. Leave your sentences as a reply to this post. Okay, that's it. So you'll be reading through this, and then you'll be doing just exactly what they say. Okay, you're going to practice doing this kind of peer response, of feedback, okay, comments. And then same thing down here for practice session 2. I'm going to do the same thing if I can make it work. Oh, okay. Do the same here. Leave your sentences as a reply to this post. Okay, simple. And that's all there is to it. All right, so this just give you a sort of a different way of thinking about doing feedback for each other, right? Because it's all about saying the things you liked and what you thought was really cool. And then the last thing, which is not actually on here, but it is about joining a real conversation with others, okay? Additional types of feedback you will practice. All right. So with this one, what do you think about this way of doing response feedback? Okay, that's it. So those are the things you're going to be doing in Perusal. It's just practicing that stuff, right? So that's that. That's me. All comments are here. Okay, so those are the things from me to you. All right, so that's what you're doing in Perusal this time. And the other thing that we do for this week, that's for Sunday, okay? So week 4. Pick 2 pieces by your fellow writers, okay? And leave that meaningful response for them. And then by next Wednesday, take all those suggestions. I'm going to be leaving comments over the weekend. I'll try to get to them. Probably can't get to them until Saturday. And then take all the comments we've had, and if you want to make revisions, to do the revisions, and then you will upload those into Brightspace as the formal assignment. Now, at that point, all the introductory, all this stuff like reading Perusal and the Padlets, those don't count anymore. So the participation grades, here goes my cat, are done for the unit. That's just kind of the way I do it. So people don't come in. What's happened in the past occasionally is that people will wait till the end of the term and then do all the work, in like a day and expect to get the same grade as people who've been working conscientiously through the term. I don't play that game. So that's why the participation grades are sort of cut off when these things get uploaded. So to upload things, you go over here to assignments and click on this one. And then okay, you upload. Now this won't, no, there's nothing there yet, but it'll look different for you, okay? So you'll do your name, let's say Aya, and there's nothing there. So you go back to submissions and you'll submit it that way. Again, it's pretty straightforward. And we'll give you formal feedback on that, okay? So here's the procedures, revise what you've been looking at, what we've given you feedback on. Save it as a Word doc. It makes it easier. A PDF is fine if that's what you need to do. Word docs are a little bit easier, and then you can upload that revision here on the Brightspace. Now, having said the things that I've said today about that paragraph and, you know, whatever, you don't have to use it or you have to rethink your formatting and stuff. Go ahead and do it in the Google Drive and do it now, because it'll make things easier for us and it'll give us a better idea of what you were thinking about. Now, if you if you want to put a note on the bottom of your draft and say sort of what it is you wanted us to get, what you're thinking about, any specific questions or comments or worries that you have about it that you'd like feedback from us on, go ahead and put that at the bottom of your SFD that's in the drive. Okay, so you're going to put up your draft, and if you want to, at the bottom, ask for help, get specific, say what maybe your intention was. We're going to do this more with the next one, but it's kind of good practice for this one. And then we'll just comment away. And so this week is all about helping each other with comments and doing revisions and uploading it as the formal assignment. So I think that's it. I hope that's it. Oh, introductory unit grades are all up. If you have, it's out of 5. If you have a question about it, it's usually Perusall stuff, but go ahead and DM me and we can work it out together. So I think that's it. I'm going a little fast just because I know the cat's about to start sounding off again and you don't want to listen to him yell. So have a good week. DM me if you got questions. I'm loving the chats that we're having on Slack. So keep that up and I will talk to you next time.